What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts. Right about now, we're going to jump into this one. Brand new from Dremo and Simi. I've seen Davido getting very hyped to this one online. Obviously, I'm a massive fan of Simi. First time reacting to Dremo, I believe, on the channel. And it's looking really good. This is getting a lot of good press. Simi's been promoting it quite heavily. And I'm really excited to jump into it. As always, if you are new to the channel, though, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, we're going to jump right into the sounds of this one. Let's go.
Lift keys.
We got lift keys involved. Let's go. Okay. That bass line is huge. The whole approach to this is wicked, man. I'm loving how minimal the percussion is because it makes it hit so much more impactfully. The bass line on this is absolutely tough. I'm loving just how impactful the whole low end of the tune actually is. It sounds so clean, so refreshing, yet so, again, familiar, so nostalgic. It's this weird kind of blend of the two completely opposite elements that works really nicely. Liking Dremo's vocals so far as well. They have a very clean sort of sound to them. Again, almost toasting the vocal. Very stripped back. He's not kind of going crazy with the melodies, just almost hopping across the top. This is sounding great.
Baby girl, I'm constant.
That bass line, are you mad?
There's something you should know. Think we got a situation. And it's so unusual.
Mad.
Cause I've been thinking about you like every day, hon. What do you say?
Alright, we're employing the sort of 2000s R&B lines. That's a it's such a classic sort of R&B melody. Ties in so nicely to this. The bass line, are you crazy, bro? The bass line on this is absolutely tough. The fact that it's literally just engulfing the entire low end of the frequency spectrum on this tune, packing out that low end of the mix really, really nicely. Again, liking Dremo's sort of vocal progressions, but what I'm really liking is the kind of attention to detail we're hearing in the backdrop of the instrumental. Loads of these nice sort of sweeping key sounds and kind of nice glittering synthesizer movements as well. Everything comes together very smoothly. This feels like a very complete, well thought out tune. Again, lift keys on production. What more do you expect, you know?
Give confirmation. Confam. Your body not fire.
Let's go with the harmonies.
And if there's love in the air, I swear, now you go be my Delilah.
Oh, this is wicked,
cause somebody there with me, you know it's you I need us.
Sunday, Monday, me walk like I'm on the road.
Is there anyone that arrives like Simi, bro? Oh my god. I love this. I love everything about this. I love how stripped back it is. I love the impact of the percussion. And then that switch over. Super catchy hook. The thing about the hook that was really interesting to note as well is very minimal on the vocal. It's almost one line and then space, space, space. Another line, space, space, space. Harmonic vocal with two of them stacked up, space, 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 back to the original, space, space, space. Really stripped back on the instrumental, and it's because you've got this fabulous backdrop of kind of twinkling synthesizer sounds and pad textures and that engulfing bass sound below. It makes it able to do that. It makes it possible to basically let the instrumental just roll as, make the hook roll as an instrumental, essentially. And then you hear Simi arrive, doing what Simi does best. The uniqueness of her vocal just cutting through the mix. Brilliant, the way this one's come together.
Feast your eyes, I'm looking moisturized. Boy, you better tell no lies, yeah. I know you bad, you know I'm bad, and we get down just like that, yeah, yeah. You don't know the real me.
Let's go, Simi.
Me a kind girl, make you feel away.
You know what? The harmony on this is so good, man. Their vocals sit so well together. But again, we're getting to hear Simi do what she does best, which is find these unique harmonic pockets. She has a very unique vocal texture as it is. It cuts through the high end so cleanly, but there's this really kind of charming, angelic texture to the way that she projects. And then you kind of double that up with this engulfing low end below. It's heavenly to listen through. The way everything kind of sits on top of each other. And again, moving into that kind of rolling over the block again, sounding very sort of early 2000s hip hop R&B. That whole approach sounds absolutely fantastic. Yeah, really liking the sounds of this one. I'm loving the progression and the fact that they're harmonizing with each other as well. That's such a cool thing to see.
You say I give up, I know believe up.
Oh baby girl, I'm concerned. There's something you should know. Think we got a situation.
Mad. Those shakers arriving the way they do is such a cool thing to add in, because they just add this whole new phrase. It adds an extra sense of energy to the tune. Really subtle, just... And it's such a subtle thing to add in, but it adds an extra kind of booster to what's going on with the tune. It's such a cool thing to add in. Again, understanding rhythm and understanding how a simple thing can change something entirely. If you've ever been to a house rave or a techno rave and suddenly a hi-hat appears, everyone goes crazy because it changes the intensity of the rhythm. And that's exactly the same thing we're hearing with the shaker here. Simple pattern, just layered in very subtly, and it adds a whole extra level of energy.
And it's so unusual, cause I've been thinking about you like every day, hon. What do you say, hon?
Vocals are so catchy.
Confam.
Love that kind of
Your body on fire. On your wall, cause I get in everything when you desire.
Let's go, Simi! Yeah, their double up is fantastic, man. The fact that it's almost unpredictable as well makes it so much more exciting, because we're listening through and we don't know when that harmony is going to happen. So when it does happen, we're on the edge of our seat waiting, going, is it going to happen? Ah, it happened, and it's so satisfying to hear. Again, link up works really well. I love the hook on this. I love how stripped back it is. The fact that it is literally just letting those instrumental elements just work their magic more than anything else. And you get these kind of cool glinting sounds. You get these big pad textures in there as well. The bass line below, beautifully arranged. We'll let this one run through to the end and then give you our final breakdown. Strings as well. Are you mad? Those harp notes as well. It's not even a harp, is it? It's a guitar. Beautifully arranged, man. Fantastic stuff on this one. The sounds of Dremo and Simi with Confam. I did not expect this one to be as intoxicating as it actually is. Fantastic stuff. Again, loving Dremo's approach to it, the kind of stripped back nature on the hook. His vocals really cool as well. First time reacting to him, definitely someone I need to keep an eye on for sure. I think the highlights on this are definitely the hook, the spacious nature of the way it's been built. I think Simi's verse is outstanding. The way she just arrives, brings those harmonies in. Both of them kind of incorporating R&B elements into the way that it sort of rolls, and then you just get this really dreamy soundscape that builds throughout the entire thing. The little shakers they add in later on, as I mentioned, a beautifully arranged tune. Guys, how are you feeling about this one? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to hear what you think about this tune. Is this a tune that we think is going to launch Dremo into the sort of much more central sphere of things? I can't even speak. The sphere of things, or do you reckon this is one that's going to fly by? What do you think of Simi's feature? Honestly, anything about this tune, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you did enjoy this technical analysis and musical breakdown, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.